up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. I have some breaking news report in the world of sports. The wrestler, probably the biggest star in wrestling history, Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, the evil incarnation, Hulk Hogan, the star of wrestling who helped to transform wrestling to a global sport and became the sport's first true global icon before the advent of social media, died, I think it was today, at the age of 71. I don't have many details, but according to reports, he died of cardiac arrest. There have been rumors that Hulk Hogan had been on his deathbed for a couple of months after a period of declining health, but apparently that was the case. Now, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Some people are going to have some strong opinions about Hulk Hogan because of recent developments, you know what I'm saying? The tape that came out with some of the disgusting things he said, and I get that, but when you look at his contributions to the sport, the way he helped to popularize the sport, at one point in time, Hulk Hogan was probably, I would say, 86, 87. He may have been the most popular figure in sports. That's how popular he was at the height of Hulkamania. You know what I'm saying? I think he was born, I'm not even looking at any obituary. I'm going off memory here. I think his name was Terry Colonna or Terry. I used to know his real name. I know he was born in California. I think he was born in 1953, I think it was, in California. He actually entered wrestling, I think in the 1970s. Initially, he was a heel, but I think it was his turn in, Rocky III that helped to catapult him ultimately to the stardom and the character Hulk Hogan that just swept wrestling in the 1980s. You know what I'm saying? Just pushed wrestling to a whole different stratosphere. And it came along at the same time that Vince McMahon had purchased WWF at the time from his father, was intent on making WWF, which was a regional sport, a regional company at that time, because wrestling had different territories. He helped to push, along with Hulk Hogan and other established stars like Andre the Giant, and others. They helped to push wrestling to a national and then ultimately a global sports to the point where WWF dominate wrestling. But although sometimes that could be a bad thing, because when you don't have competition, you sometimes are prone to banality and unoriginality at times. You know what I'm saying? You're not pushed to excellence when you don't have competition. But I get it too with Hulk Hogan. One of the knocks on him too is that he was selfish. I'm going to be fair in this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about the good with the bad. He did a lot of things, politicking behind the scenes to help to enrich himself, to prolong his dominance in the sport. He did a lot of backstabbing, and ultimately it caught up with him as more of these wrestlers who didn't have, the fame and adulation that he did. And you could say some of it was motivated by jealousy. But at the end of the day, when social media did started rising, some of these guys told their tales, and Hulk Hogan's star began to lose its luster, to the point where I think recently he was at some wrestling event. It might have been earlier this year or late last year, where he was booed. And I saw a recent photo of Hulk Hogan, and he looked bad. So he really looked bad. He looked like he had lines, and his face kind of sunken in over the years. He had multiple surgeries on his back. He lost reportedly like over 5 inches of height, and he was in a lot of pain the last few years of his life, man. But yeah, man, I want to report this, man. The greatest wrestling legend of all time, Hulk Hogan, has passed away at the age of 71. Tell me what you guys think.